Hello guys and welcome back to another episode of Harvestcraft. Over the last week you can see that I have been a little bit busy. I have built up this whole wheat farm over here, so if we have a look from the house you can see we now have this side, which I finished last time, and this side as well. Now I actually grew this tree over here, like, so I could get some more wood, but like it kind of looks like a Christmas tree, so I actually might leave that there, whereas that over there is like obviously my tree farm when I got some jungle saplings. Now I have a confession to make, guys. Between episodes I almost had my first death. Turns out, because my mine is in a mountain biome, that actually means that silverfish will spawn in it. Oh no, a silverfish! And that's actually because they are part of the world generation and are not naturally spawning mobs. But I did get one lucky thing from it. Die, silverfish, die! Ooh, I got a head. And apparently silverfish heads are quite rare, so I'm pretty pleased with that. I got myself this little guy. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, look at them eyes. But I mean, I could, if I chose, actually stop them from doing that. Like, there is a way to, as it is termed in bad mobs, aggressively remove things from the game. But I think I don't mind the occasional silverfish. It made the mining trip a little bit more exciting than it would normally be. Now, as you guys have probably noticed from my XP bar, I am at 33 levels, which means it is high time for us to do a little bit of enchanting. My poor diamond pick and my poor diamond hoe are just about on their last legs, so they desperately need it. And luckily, whilst I was mining, I did get a few more diamonds and absolutely tons of iron, so we're kind of okay on that front. That means I have plenty of diamonds to actually make myself an enchanting table. I have the obsidian as well that I made sure that I got. And I have spent the last couple of days collecting everything that I need to actually make the enchanting setup. My goodness, this took me a long time. A lot of collecting sugarcane. And then I thought to myself, actually, because I'm playing modded and, you know, Pam's Harvestcraft sometimes has cool little things, I actually looked up paper, and you can get a paper bark tree, which I knew, but actually there are more recipes. There are more recipes for making paper. So after planting all of that sugarcane, I actually made this like kind of like temporary little farm here, and all of these things, and you get quite a few of them when they grow, all 2 of them make paper. So that helped me get paper quite a bit faster. Right, so let's craft all this up major quick. And there we are, guys, 15 bookshelves and an enchanting table. Now, I'm thinking, I've had a thought about this, and I'd quite like to create almost as if there's like a ruin like somewhere on this mountain, because it's like pretty dramatic looking, and obviously like my mine is kind of in that little gap just there, so I'm going to create kind of like a proper mine entrance at some point. But I'd like it to look like as if there was like a civilization here and it's like all crumbled. So I was thinking I might make like a cool enchanting tower somewhere, as if like my farm was kind of built near some old ruins, which is kind of similar to what I did last season, but we're gonna ignore that. So I'm thinking somewhere over here might be quite cool. I've made a temporary floor because I wanted to get the enchanted started before I actually did the building, and I'd quite like it so you have to like walk up into the enchanting room. So let's get the bookshelves down, get some enchanting done, and then build ourselves a little cool broken tower. Alright, there we go. Now, I actually realised that I have enough diamonds left over to actually make myself a pick, an axe, and a shovel. And I still have one left over. That is really cool. Oh no, actually, that's wrong. I have miscalculated. That's the axe, and then that is the shovel. Cool, cool, cool. Right, let's enchant this and see what we get. Yep, that's about right, isn't it? That's about right. Oh, I really do not want fortune on a shovel. I think we're gonna need a grindstone. Waha! Luckily I have my XP palm right behind me to get some of these levels back. Right, let's take that. Let's try this again, shall we? Yeah, that's not great. Punch in some wheat for the XP. It doesn't actually give you that much. I'm gonna end up with a lot of wheat. Ooh, this is not an ideal situation. Time to make a wheat dumper. Goodbye, seeds. Thank you for your service. Oh dear. And there we go. That's better. 10 years later. Okay, third time's the charm. I'm usually a lot luckier than this. Yeah, okay, I guess we have to accept that. Sad face. I was hoping for at least Silk Touch, but I guess we have to go find ourselves some villagers. But first, I'm going to gather up some resources, and then I think we're going to make ourselves a cool broken looking tower and maybe a little bit of a broken up wall as well. Alright guys, this is where we are so far. It is pretty ruined looking, but I want to have a little play with some of the modded blocks that I have in this game. So I have a mod which is called Decorative Blocks, and these are all the things that it comes with. Now some of them I can't use because, like this one, oh no, that I can use that. That's crimson wood. Let me see. Yeah, this one I can't use. So this one is for Biomes of Plenty. So this mod is actually quite good because it is compatible with Biomes of Plenty, but because I don't have it installed, I don't know why these are here. It's a mystery. But I can use some of the other stuff. So I'm thinking I want to do the spruce beam, which is 2 stripped logs. Okay, that's not too bad. And I also want to use the spruce support, which is 3 like that. Okay, let's have a go. And the stone pillar. On a stone cutter. Okay, cool. Right, okay, let's do it. Also, guess who managed to crop the bottom of the video off for the first half of this video? That would be me. Ooh. That is cool. Right, so I'm going to stick them there so that you can kind of see into here. I'm going to use this inside for something in the future, but I kind of want you to be able to peek through. I think it's missing something though. Yeah, that's better. It looks more supported now. So I'm going to do that on all sides and probably sleep as well. There we go, and that is looking pretty cool already. I love all the little gaps and stuff. I also put some trapdoors in here as if that's kind of like blocked off. Actually, I think we can go one step further with this and make it look as if there's like a door here, like that. But then if we stick some signs on it. Oh yes, that looks like it's boarded up. That is cool. I also realised that I'm gonna need to move these bookshelves, which is a little bit painful because it means that I'm gonna have to make them again. Grumble, grumble. But they don't quite fit there. And also, like, the good thing about an enchanting setup is that you can kind of double them up, which looks alright. Right, now, let's see what this looks like. Ooh, that's a nice block. Do you know what else is a nice block? It's actually the back of barrels. Like, it's such a nice texture and I hardly ever use it. Like, if you face it the other way around, you get this cool kind of like, I don't know, like wood effect. I really like that on a ruined tower. Ooh, yeah, I like that there as well. Let's put one up here too. Ooh, yes, I like that. It needs something here though. I'll probably put a fence there. And we're going to need to roof this thing off. I think we're going to go for a nice ruined roof using the old campfires. So I think we just need a basic shape to start with. I think I'd like it to be quite tall. So if we have it go up like this, yeah, that should be pretty good. Yep, I think I like that as a basic shape. I think we're going to go for stone brick stairs around the sides. Let's have a few, yeah, cobblestoney ones as well. I think I'll put a block here and then we'll have like this and then an upside down stair, and then I think we'll have a full block here. Let's put a ruined one in for this bit, shall we? I think we could probably make the roof a little bit higher actually. So ruined one, and then we'll have one facing this away, and then I think we'll have a full block here. Very nice, very nice. Let's do the same on this side. So let's have like a ruined block, upside down stair, full block, and then a stair. Very nice. And I think maybe we'll stick an end piece on like that, although I might change like what the end of the roof looks like. Well, this is beginning to look suitably ruined. I think let's add those support beams now. So I believe the recipe was 3 like this. Oh, you get 3 of them. So how many do I need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 12. Oh yeah, my math is good. Well, apparently my maths was bad because 12 was too many, but I like it. It looks really cool. Like, that really adds something to it. I just need a little support here, and I'm gonna finish the roof. Ooh, I am loving this tower. I think in future it might be quite cool to have a few more of them around, like in various states of like ruination, like kind of leading up that way and maybe off in that direction as well. But I think as a first one, this is pretty cool. Although the only thing it's missing is probably some bushes and a couple of vines. Ooh, yes, that's the ticket. And I wasted a bit of iron as well, so I could have a couple of lanterns and a couple of chains. Let's have a quick look inside. I've moved the bookshelves around, and as you can see, I've also put some bushes in here to give it kind of like an overgrown look. I love it! Like, I love how cramped it is as well. And what's really funky is in the future, we'll be able to put something down there as well, which may be something to do with potions. Something cool and magical, definitely. Actually, thinking about it, this probably needs to move. There we go. We'll stick that there, and then I guess we could put an anvil over here somewhere. Donk. Yeah, now that is finished. I've made myself a little notebook just like we had last season so that I can make a few notes in here. Unfortunately, a squid was harmed in the making of this. Alright, come here, you. Give me the ink. Give it to me. Yay. But I'm pretty sure that I got the feather from a jungle temple, which is where I also have a bunch of other random stuff in my chests. But I thought we'll have a little page for build ideas. And the first one obviously being Enchanting Tower, which we can now cross because we have completed. Do you guys ever like make a list and add something you've already done just so you can like tick it off, or is that just me? So now we can hang on to this book and we can just kind of add things as we go. Now the next thing that I want to try out, guys, is for a while I thought that you couldn't make a fishing farm in 1.16 because they kind of fiddled with like the way that fishing farms work. It used to be that you made this kind of funky little setup with a note block and you whack it down with like water over here somewhere and like a trapdoor and like hoppers and all that jazz, and you could use that to do like your fishing for you. Now apparently this still works. The only difference is that you don't actually get the treasure items anymore, but you do still get all of the fish, which is actually kind of what I want it for, and I'm hoping a little bit of XP as well. The question is, can I actually remember how to make it without looking at a tutorial? I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to look like. I'm not 100% sure about where you're supposed to place the trapdoor, but I guess we'll test it out. Also, did not know that chests could be waterlogged. Look at that watery chest there. That is cool. Fun fact, guys, using Craft Tweaker, I've actually made it so you can make carpets into string, which is actually quite useful if you have loads of carpets that you don't need. Fishing rod for science. Alright, ghetto fishing farm. Let's see if you work. Ooh, something's happening. Oh, it did work! I got a fish! Oh, a raw salmon! Oh, fantastic. And I got a little ping of XP as well. So this, I think, guys, is going to be my new XP farm. Right, guys, it's been a little bit. Obviously, I've done quite a bit of fishing and a little bit of enchanting as well. As you can see, I have a sort of decent fishing rod. Lure is fine, actually, because, you know, I'm not after treasure. I'm just after fish. And unbreaking means it'll last a little bit longer. I also managed to do my shovel, which is not bad. The axe is a bit disappointing, but obviously, like, you know, we'll just have to live with it for now. Oh, hello. I was wondering when this guy was going to turn up. Let's see what he's got to trade. Now, I have a couple of Datapacks installed, which means that I get, obviously, the Miniblocks and the heads as well. Speaking of heads, actually. Doink! Okay, there's actually a couple of Miniblocks here that I could get. Oh, apart from one problem, I don't actually have any emeralds, so I think we're going to have to say goodbye, my friend. Oh, he had to go, but look at that. He left me 2 leads. Just gonna put those here. Yep, very nice. Now, as well as fiddling with the fishing farm, I've also made, I guess you could call this a boardwalk, because it's like alongside the river. It's just like a little bit beaten up and stuff, so I've got kind of a nice path leading me up to my enchanting station, so that's making this place look real homely. It's really kind of coming together now. The other thing that I've been working on, guys, is actually covering this whole thing in dirt, and now the grass has finally grown, because I'd quite like to start putting some of the Pam's Harvestcraft down. Like, this is only a temporary farm, because I want to organize it a little bit better. And if you guys remember from last series, all of these kind of tropical things, well, obviously we would grow them in a greenhouse. Now, I'm probably not going to have time to put a greenhouse in this episode, but we can certainly get up our first couple of beds of all of the kind of basic things that would grow in kind of a temperate climate like this. So I think we'll get started with that. There we go, a nice garden for us to get all of our crops in. I'm really pleased with how this came out, especially these actually. So this is part of the Decorative Blocks mod, and they're kind of like trapdoors, but they're meant to be trellises, and I put like the berries here that would normally kind of climb up of a terrace. So that's a blackberry. My mum has blackberries and they like grow everywhere. I also have the most important one of all. Let's move that out there. These are the soybeans. Come here. And the soybeans can basically be made to use most things. So we've got the silken tofu and the soy milk, and then the silken tofu can basically be used as kind of any like milk substitute. But I think if you use a rolling pin, there we go, use a rolling pin, it becomes firm tofu, and firm tofu can then be made into all the fake meats, and apparently meatloaf. I might make that. That's quite a good one. But yeah, basically what I've done is put like a barrel at the bottom of all these, like, I guess you could call these raised beds, so that you can just like whack all the stuff in here. This is all kind of like the, I guess like grains, that's it. That's the general name for them. Although the quinoa doesn't really do much. It can make bread and a seed. And that's about it. But the corn is pretty dang useful, because actually this can be used to make like corn flour, which is then used in like a whole bunch of recipes. I also added like a melon and pumpkin farm here, because I realized I had some from my travels, and I also added an extra thing down here. So this is a cold frame. If you guys watched last season, you'll know that I had a cold frame, and it's basically so that plants that don't like the cold have somewhere to go at night, and you close it up, and then in the day you like open it up so they can get like air and sunlight. So I've basically put some red grapes in here, some green grapes, and some coffee, because that was what I had. Now in this barrel here, these are all the things that I wasn't able to plant, although I did plant mustard actually, so I could probably take that out of there. But these are all the things that I consider to be kind of tropically things, so later on we will have to make a greenhouse for those to go in. But I think now we should probably have a go at making a few recipes. First things first, I think I need to make a little bit of soy sauce, because soy sauce is used in quite a lot of things. Let's just have 4, actually, that should be plenty. Alright, soy sauce, very nice. Right, and the soy sauce can be used with a spice leaf, salt for the rabbit, that's mutton I'm guessing. We don't have the item Pam Harvestcraft 2 maple syrup items. I still haven't fixed that from last time. We don't have any pepper. We do have flour so we can make the chicken, and we don't have any kelp so we can't make the fish. Why didn't I pick up? Did I pick up any kelp? I don't think I did pick up any kelp on my travels. That was a bit silly of me. There is an ocean like over that way somewhere, so I could probably get it quite easily, so we'll get that another time. So let's make a few things. So first we need to make the firm tofu. So I think what you do is you juice it first. No, not juice it. Think, Gaffers, think. So apparently you use a saucepan. That doesn't seem like super logical, but okay, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Right, and then you use the rolling pin to make it like really firm. Nice. I would just squeeze it in my hands in real life, but you know, whatever. Now, I think, does it require anything to use with it? Ah, mixing bowl. Okay, yeah, we could do that. Right, let's make the tofu chicken first, which I believe is flour. Really nice. Oh, yeah. And then we can do the salt, which gives us tofu rabbit. And then we can do the spice leaf, which gives us tofu mutton. And I think those are the only ones that we can make. I am, however, going to make the meatloaf because that is just hilarious. Let's just finish it off and just make a whole bunch of meatloaf. Yay, meatloaf. And with the meatloaf made, I'm afraid, guys, that is all the time we've got for today. I'm just gonna eat my meatloaf. Yummy. Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I really enjoyed working on our little wizardy ruined tower and getting all the garden stuff kind of sorted. So now we're kind of in a better food situation. I think in next episode we'll go for a little explore and see what we can kind of find in this area, because there's like a lot of stuff to see. We definitely need to go get some kelp. There's like kind of like a cool mountain range over there, and there's also a spruce forest right behind us over there that we also definitely need to check out. So I will see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.